my name is Shreya, and I follow Jane, and I'm going to be reciting Namokar Mantra. Namaskar. Om Namo Arihantanam, Om Namo Sitanam, Om Namo Ayariyanam, Om Namo Vajayanam, Namo Loye Savasahunam, Eso Pancha Namokaro, Savapavapanasana, Mangalarnam Che Savese, Paramamahave Mangalam, Paramamahave Mangalam.
Can somebody take a photo of me? All right, thanks. At this moment, I would request two vice chairs of the Parliament of the World's Religions, Dr. Reverend Larry Greenfield and Reverend Phyllis Carrot, to please come here for a very special award, Golden Rule Award, which a whole lot of people nomination came in, and they are the ones who are going to introduce and present.
There are in this hall this afternoon many who could be honored, but the Parliament of the World's Religions has chosen to honor one. And we are proud, very proud, to do that to one of our own, a long-standing and faithful and creative, active member of our Board of Trustees. What award? What award would represent this one? What kind of award would we want to give this one? From our experience with Paul Eppinger, it had to be a Golden Rule Award. Paul represents that award. What is at stake in that award? And he does it not in the sense of think unto others as you would have others think unto you. Not how you even treat someone else like you would want someone else to treat you. But in the spirit of what we've heard today, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. That is the teaching, the practice, the law is a command for action. And Paul Eppinger represents a person of action. Now, action we normally think of as a force of nature, right? Isn't that what we often talk about when we say someone is spirited, is doing the right thing? We say that person is a force of nature. That doesn't quite represent Paul Eppinger. Paul is a force of spirit. Not spirit in the quiet sense. No. Not spirit in the meditative sense. But spirit in the sense of spirited, energetic, inspiring. He represents by his own life what the Parliament of the World's Religions is about. He was a missionary at one time in the Far East, but rather than simply conveying and sharing his own faith, he took it upon himself as a missionary to learn the faith of others. And from his experience, he drew wisdom, and wisdom that he did not keep to himself, but shared with others. Came back to this country and was a pastor and a preacher for many years. One of the great, I must say, as an American Baptist, one of our great preachers of the denomination. But it wasn't simply a preaching and a teaching in a small community. His his audience, his parish, was much wider, inclusive, comprehensive. Paul has been, for many of us, an inspiration, an energizer, a thinker, yes, but most of all, I think, a transformer. And that's why we believe the Golden Rule Award should be awarded to our colleague. Because in his practice, not just in his thought, but in his practice, Paul Eppinger has represented the Golden Rule and transformed the lives of people. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, Paul, we congratulate you on this award. And now I call on my colleague, the other Vice Chair of the Board, Phyllis.
I'm trying to find a microphone for you, Paul. I'm going to bring this down to you.
You go microphone will come to you.
And we're bringing you a microphone.
Some man give way to Phyllis, please. Phyllis is coming. Could you please make room for her?
Thank you, Phyllis. I thank you so much for this award. You may be seated. Until about a year ago, I was running 2 or 3 miles every day, and then I began to weaken in my body. I was diagnosed with ALS disease, the Lou Gehrig's disease. So I am extremely weak now. I cannot stand by myself. I cannot walk at all. But my heart and my soul is here with all of you. You all know, because all of you here have received awards and been recognized in many ways, and you don't stand by yourself. You always are supported, loved by other people. So I have 2 recognitions I want to make right now. One is my family. My wife, Sybil, here. We've been married 57 years. She is my partner, my mentor, my lover. A couple of years ago, she was named the Arizona Mother of the Year. How's that? Also with me here is my daughter, Dr. Priscilla Eppinger. Dr. Eppinger, Dr. Priscilla Eppinger, is a professor of theology at a university in Iowa and a seminary in Missouri. Another of my 4 daughters that is here is Dr. Monica Eppinger. Monica is a professor at St. Louis University School of Law. Her husband is here to my left, and they both could not be here for the entire Parliament, but they flew in yesterday to be with us for this wonderful luncheon. The other group I want to introduce is the Arizona Interfaith Movement. We've got a couple of people here for the Parliament, and a few of them are here for this lunch. I would like to ask members of the Arizona Interfaith Movement, please stand so you can be recognized. Thank you. Also, a member of our board or our supporter is David Lincoln there at the head table. But it is such a privilege for us to be here and be a part of this. I learned the golden rule as a little tiny boy, 5 or 6 years old, in a little Sunday school in western Kansas. On a good day, that church had maybe 50 or 60 people in it on a Sunday. So there were very, very few of us. But I learned the golden rule there. And then 50 years ago, in a rather dramatic way, I learned another scripture out of the Christian scriptures, out of the book of the Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10. It declares, "Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee the crown of life." I've tried for the last 50 years to be faithful. And I want to say, my brothers and sisters, as long as 1 out of 5 little children in America and millions of children around the world go to bed hungry every night, I want to be faithful. As long as tens of thousands of people are homeless and living on the streets, not only in America, but millions around the world, I want to be faithful. As long as in America, thousands upon thousands of people still believe that all Muslims are terrorists, I want to be faithful and declare that is not so. As long as Sikhs in different parts of this nation are attacked because of the uniqueness of their faith and their dress, I want to be faithful. As long as Mormon Christians in America are thought by many Protestants and many Catholics that they are second-class Christians, I want to be faithful. As long as the world feels the only way they can decide political differences is by war, I want to be faithful. As long as America, the last count I heard was we have 2,500 nuclear weapons, bombs, and there are other nations around the world that have nuclear bombs, and we can wipe the human race off the face of the earth. I want to be faithful. You can see that I'm very, very weak. But I want to say this. as long as there is 1 ounce of blood flowing through my body, I want to be faithful. One of the last effects of this Lou Gehrig's disease, and the average lifetime is 2 to 4 years, and I have had it for 2 years now, the doctors say. So I don't know if I've got a couple of months or 10 years to live, but as long as my mouth, and one of the last items that is affected, as long as my mouth can put together 3 or 4 intelligible words in a meaningful sentence, I want to give help and hope and love to all people in the world. I want to be faithful. I know that in each scripture of each faith, there is a call to be faithful. I would invite all of us in this room to go back to our communities around the world with a new declaration that we all will be faithful. Thank you. And God, Allah, Yahweh, Baha'u'llah, bless all of you.
We love you, Paul.
The golden rule is something which you can take to your city and your state. That a small team of people committed to the golden rule, which is in essence is the manifesto of interfaith movement. They worked one by one on their neighbors, called representatives or senators in the state. And now you can have a golden rule number plate in Arizona, which will have a golden rule written on it. Well, it will cost you a few dollars extra. And look at the wisdom of what Paul has done. Those few dollars are used in Arizona to guest promote what? The golden rule. So many people talk about golden rule. All the preachers like me preach about it. What Paul has done is institutionalize in a way that it will be a continued legacy. And that is something Parliament of the World Religions is going to provide you how to do what they have done in Arizona. By the way, nobody mentioned is member of our Board of Trustees. And then you can implement that in your city. And I am pretty sure Arizona Interfaith Movement will be willing to have one of the person come to your city and state and guide you how to do that. Oh, even Paul is willing to go.
Tomorrow morning at 8:30.
Tomorrow morning at 8:30.
The Arizona
Arizona Interfaith Movement.
A special workshop on the beginning and the funding of an interfaith movement.
All right. Can anybody look for the room number, please, so I can make a complete announcement? Here is, this parliament, we have made sure that there are trainings and workshops, and this is already part of it. So tomorrow morning, Arizona Interfaith Movement is going to present, and as soon as I have number, I will let you know. Okay, so building and funding a dynamic interfaith movement, and room 250F, it was E before, time 8:30 a.m. 250 F as in Frank, time 8:30 a.m. That is going to be the workshop. Thank you so much, and check app all the time. Okay, so we are coming close to it, but one of the things which Paul, you will love to know, you are a beautiful Christian brother. I have been to your home and have taken photos of fruits, and I have talked about your whole family to my family. I was never able to tell you about all of that. A Muslim physician scientist in Chicago, working essentially on one Jewish family who has hereditary recurrence of liver disease, has discovered the gene which causes that. And Chicago Tribune says that this person might get a Nobel Prize on that discovery. And because of my friend Paul, I asked him how long it's going to take before it is translated into medicine and treatment. He said, I don't know, but it may take 10 to 15 years. But technology is advancing. So here's your interfaith, little interfaith, my love brother. You love interfaith. He's turned his missionary life into mission of interfaith and golden rule. Thank you so much.
Stay right there. Everybody look at the camera. The camera's running. Say cheese. Cheese. One more. Cheese.
How about peace?
Oh God.